Dave, it's a bittersweet day, but the bright side of losing is
Yeah.
that I can put the whiskey behind us.
What you got
Thanks
going
to
there?
thanks to Josh, and I can go back to Old Faithful, Cincy Light. Um,
Stincy? Well, at least it's light for your
Go
girlish figure.
Bearcats. So,
Yeah.
cheers, Dave.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the week 2 podcast for wrapping up, fantasy week 2. So that's exciting stuff.
And looking forward to week 3.
Starts tomorrow. Man, it just seems like just never ends.
All right, Dave. Well, let's begin. You got an award to give
Yeah,
out?
I do. You know, thought long and hard on this, but
Okay.
there's always good candidates. There's, you know, uh, but this week, it's tough to repeat and have a good season back to back.
Yep.
And I feel like this guy, had a good season last season. He's already 2-0, and somehow, some way, he did it. He beat off while popping, not just popping, but popping and peddling pills. And that's
Whoa.
Andy. He got a big 107.7 to 97.4 win over Junior. Not that beating Junior is like the hardest thing in the world, some years, but the fact that he did it while popping and peddling pills and 2-0, coming off a good season last season, picking up right where he left off. So congratulations, Andy. Good week.
Oh, man. Can I ask a question? Just
Yeah, I can't.
philosophical question.
Okay.
What would Travis have to do to win Team of the Week?
Yeah, that's that. You know, it's it's kind of like the definition of a certain kind of risque activity. You know it when you see it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'll know it when I see it.
Okay. Okay. Just just curious. So for the Hillbilly Harrison Hillbilly of the Week,
Yeah. Who do we got?
I had to look in the mirror. And let me let me
Ooh.
let me let me explain it because I know better. And this isn't really about this week. It really goes all the
Okay.
way back to a Monday night about a month ago when at the draft I picked with my heart and not with my head.
Okay.
So, Dave, as a fandom goes, I'm about as cursed as you can get. If I watch a Reds game, they lose. If I go to a Reds game, they lose. If I watch the
Lose.
Bengals, they struggle. And if I pick a Bengal on my team, they get hurt or they fail or they flounder. And so I feel responsible. And that was a hillbilly
Okay.
move. I could
What?
have picked anybody else and then just been like, I get to cheer for the Bengals and I get to cheer for
Yeah.
my fantasy team.
Yeah.
And
Best
you
of
know what I
both
mean?
worlds.
Yeah.
Instead, you don't have the best of both worlds.
No.
You
No.
the
And
worst
it
of both
doesn't
worlds
it
where
doesn't matter
yeah.
that I feel like I probably have one of the top 4 teams in fantasy because I didn't do enough this week to get a win. Doesn't matter that my running backs and my wide receivers are really, really good and overperforming. Doesn't matter because Josh gets the
No,
victory. I get the
he
loss. I
does.
lose my
You
quarterback.
did.
I've got more players that are suspended or on IR than most people have on their team. And
Yeah,
so that's Hillbilly
you got a little work
Harrison,
to do. You got some
Hillbilly of the Week.
you gave it to yourself.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, am I really being silly? Like, I mean, should I just drop Burrow?
They keep getting conflicting reports that he might come back.
He
So
hasn't
they
even
don't
had surgery yet. I'd like for him to have
yeah.
surgery and then they say that like, because what if they get in there and they'd be like, it's not even that bad. We could,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you do because obviously you're not going to have him for a long time. Somebody else would have to pick him up and just use him, just to put him on IR and let him sit there. But then they'd be in that same position if one of their guys gets hurt, and yeah, I don't know what you do.
When do the bye weeks start? When do I have to start waving the white flag since I have no players available?
I mean, you got I don't know.
Week
I
4?
guess I could maybe it's probably it seems like it's more sooner than later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
That's gonna hit hard. So, well, you're a hillbilly. That's good.
I'm a hillbilly. Andy is a Miller Time Team of the Week. Congratulations, Andy. And this is just I don't think it ever really works out well when you pick players that you love to root for. Adam's done it with some success in the past. I mean, I guess if you just say that you love rooting for Josh Allen, it works out for you. But nobody's a Bills fan. They're just like they like touchdowns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they like. I mean, you root for a guy that's good. Like, how hard is that?
Yeah. So, all right. Let's go through this. We had Adam versus Flex, Battle of the Undefeateds. This one was really pretty tight most of the way, and the projections went back and forth, but Travis ends up getting the win, and Neighbors helped out big time with that. Although Adam had a big wide receiver score from Dunza.
Neighbors was for Adam.
Neighbors was for Adam, and then Travis had his own big wide receiver scores as well.
We all knew that Roma Duzne was going to have a big week too going into the draft. I mean, we all knew that. I don't know why we didn't pick him.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting that he had such a great day when the Bears are a train wreck.
Yeah. Like, how do you have him on your team and you start him when he's not even considered the number one wide receiver on his team, But Travis, somehow he knows things.
Yeah. He survived getting only 11 points from Josh Allen and only 1.7 from Strange.
He got to your magic 100. Good things happen when you score in the hundreds. To most people, not hillbillies.
Okay, gotcha.
I had to clarify that because you scored in the hundreds, if you remember right. We haven't got you yet, but
yeah. Maybe Adam getting a little cute with the Steelers defense.
I mean, you got history on your side. Could have gone his way. It didn't.
Yeah. And really, I mean, close. Adam's going to bounce back. I think that he'll figure it out. But Flex gets the big win. You with the big win, 105. You got to that magical number 100, but it didn't really matter because Rennie didn't show up.
Yeah, he never really put up a fight. It was.
You remember how great JJ McCarthy was in week 1?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. How was he in week 2?
Yeah, he wasn't in week 2.
No.
He wasn't much of anything in week 2.
And then Breece Hall, the Breece Hall reunion. How? No.
Yeah, I want to say better days ahead for Rennie, but he's got some waiver wire work or some.
Tell me this. If your team scores 52 points, wouldn't you think you could get some of those? The Lions?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think that Laporta could get something?
Yeah. No, you wouldn't. Not if you're the Jeffersons. And he even comes off, not only is McCarthy, he didn't have much of a game, but him being out, I don't know if Wentz Jefferson is the match, the duo that you were hoping for,
Yeah.
But I mean, Carson Wentz he's a quarterback in the NFL, so he can throw the ball, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're in the same boat. We're hoping that our weapons still catch the ball. I mean, Browning's got a little bit better track record than, but I mean, Jefferson's a great wide receiver. He's performed no matter who's been out there at quarterback.
Yeah, and he probably will.
So I think that he's going to still catch passes. I mean, it's not going to be as explosive as I think that people were hoping. But Dave, you got a big win, and and you got some good scores, really, like the bottom end of your team, like your kicker, defense, tight end, all scored great. Are you concerned about your wide receivers?
Of course, I neglected that area in the draft and thinking I would pick a couple gems, and they haven't become gems yet. I think the rookie guy, or is it, yeah, McMillan or Tutori, I don't know how to say his name. He's been
Yeah.
fine, but the Ridley Sutton duo have not panned out yet. And yeah, like my bench, if I would have known to put Jennings in there, but week 2,
Yeah.
it's hard to pull the trigger on that.
Yeah.
You wait for
So,
a bye week, and then you put them in there, and then you never take them out if they do good. That's what you
yeah.
do with your bench guys. At least
Yeah.
that's what I do.
So, but big win, Dave. Big bounce
But
back
hey, I'll
too.
take it. Almost 106.
Yep. This was a battle of attrition. Lee versus the Sundance Kid. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, I was like jokingly saying one of them gets 80 with a win, and they didn't even get, neither one of them got to 80. They didn't get to 75. So I mean, for Lee to sneak this win when he didn't really deserve it, compared to all the other scorers in the league except for Rennie. But boy, tough for Brennan because he's down there, he got a long way to go. Those
Yeah.
2 points, 2 points are going to made a big difference between Lee being 2-0.
Well, and just foreshadowing, we haven't done it yet. Dave and I have talked. We will do it coming up after week 4. So we got a couple more weeks of playing left to go. But this is just one of those situations. So Lee sets in 3rd place. He's 2-0 with Travis and Andy, but maybe he wouldn't be 3rd in the power rankings if they came out today.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not with a score like that, he would have dropped.
Yeah. But he gets the win nonetheless, and we all know that if you're vying for the Adam Russell regular season championship, then that's what your goal is: win games. So that brings us to the battle of Brian's team versus the team Brian drafted.
Yeah. Hey, one of Brian's team was bound to win, and it did.
Yes. Yeah. We asked.
But Ed's made some moves, if you've noticed.
Yeah.
He's starting to make it active. His team.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's lineup changes. He started receivers on the same team. Not everybody would do that, and it worked out for him.
So
he makes he's still pulling out some Edness and some unorthodox moves, but Brian scores 95, gets nothing from his pass catchers.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be, I mean, several teams, I don't know what it is, like wide receivers seem, I mean, there's been some guys put up some monster numbers, but there's a lot more guys putting up mediocre numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So big win for Ed. Bounce back for him. You mentioned it. Miller Time Team of the Week, Andy, 107.7 versus Junior.
I mean,
the Lamar
97 is decent score. I mean, he would have beat a lot of people.
Yep.
Just not the guy he was playing.
Jalen versus Lamar was all Lamar, and I mean, really, that probably makes the biggest difference, don't you think?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're looking for 10 more points, having Hurts only get like 11, he usually, you would think if you pick a guy that high in the draft, you want him to fall forward for at least 20 points, base 20 and then get more,
Yeah, I mean, everything else fairly even, and even in the places where they're different, Junior outscores Andy by 10 on defense, but Andy outscores Junior by 8 on kickers. So all those
you think about, obviously, the quarterback position. If you're looking for 10 points, that's the place you get it,
Yep.
And if
the difference between
Hurts
20 and 30,
if he would have scored 30 and they lost by 10, no, there's not a lot of positions where you get 10 points. But when you only score 11, you're like, yeah, that guy should have scored 10 more points and put me in it, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. Is there anything more depressing than scoring 112, losing your quarterback, and losing your fantasy matchup and knowing there's just nothing you can do about it. Like it's inevitable. It's coming.
Yeah. Yeah. That no, I wouldn't. I mean, I can't relate to that this year. I'm sure we've been doing this a long time, this fantasy football thing.
Yeah.
I imagine it's happened. If it's happened, it's probably happened to all of us, except it's
Yeah.
probably happened to Brian more. But if it can happen, it will. And it happened to you. I can't
Yeah.
recall situations
Yeah.
like that, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, it happened. I feel like that in most seasons, maybe not every week, but about every other week, you'll have one matchup where it's like both guys deserve to win. They outscored almost everybody else that was in there, but like just so happened that you play high points guy, and that it
yeah,
happens. So, let me just another philosophical question for you, Dave. So like in most sports, a loss is a loss, right? You just be like, well, we lost, you know what I mean? But in fantasy, you're kind of gauging your team too. Like, hey, how,
yeah.
did I score? Did I, how did we do? And so would you rather score a lot like that and lose, or pull a Lee and get a win where you only scored 74? You know what I mean? Not just for the
Yeah.
week, but for the whole season.
I would rather not lose. I'd rather and lose a quarterback,
Yeah, yeah,
I'd
yeah.
rather
No, no,
lose
no,
the
yeah. Nobody
74.
wanted that.
Yeah. I mean, I would almost rather lose the 74 game and still have my team intact.
Yeah. I
But
will
yeah, no,
say, maybe you disagree. I don't know. I took him in third round, fourth round, so early. We'll look at it in a second.
I got it
So I
all
took
down.
it. Yeah. So I took him early. But if you are going to lose a key player on your team, this is the easiest player to replace. Don't you believe that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, eh, to replace, yes. To be confident that that replacement can stick for the rest of the season, maybe not so much. But if you're going to stream the rest of the season, there's been some pretty darn good options out there.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that is a recap from
So I think you posted it, but how did we do picking?
well, we were let me pull it up, Dave. We both got 3 right. So
Okay. We did
your
better this
picks,
week.
you got Flex correct. Okay, you had him beating Adam. You got Rennie versus yourself wrong.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
faith.
Yeah. You got Brennan versus Lee wrong. And then
Barely.
you got Ed right versus Brian. You got Junior wrong. Okay. That was versus Andy.
Yeah.
And you got Ratty over Smitty right. And so you got
Man, I was
3 out
2
of
Brennan points away from being ahead of you.
yep, you got 3 out of 6, and then obviously I said Adam, don't let me down. He did. I
You
said
did.
I picked Miller with an UG. I shouldn't have. Uh, I picked. Well,
You let
I
yourself
picked
down.
you. Yeah, that
You let
was
yourself
good.
off the hook is what you
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
You let yourself off the hook.
I picked Lee. He won. I
Yeah.
picked Brian, and I said no bad beats, but he had a bad beat. I picked Andy, and he won, and I picked myself, and I should have won. So
Okay.
yeah, so that puts us at 5. So according to Rennie, we're 5-12, and he says that if we were playing for $100 a pick, we would be down $270 right now.
Okay. Yeah. So
So
better times ahead.
yeah,
Probably. Yeah. So
yeah,
so we'll wait a little bit, maybe till we get to week 3 matchups to talk about our picks. You
yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah,
transition to
yeah,
quarterback
yeah.
talk?
Yeah, some quarterback talk. Dave, you reached out and said, "Hey, we had a few different segments in mind, and then like after all the stuff that's kind of happened, we got I just read a thing that said maybe up to 5 backup quarterbacks are going to start this week. So we wanted to take a look at all 12 teams, when they took their number one quarterback, and if they got it right or wrong, or we don't know yet. Is that how we're doing it?
Yeah. So, um, yeah, that's fine. So let me get my stats up here. So I want to start with at the draft. Um, most people picked a backup quarterback, all except 2. But going into week 2, there were 3 teams that did not have a backup quarterback.
Okay.
So there were 9 teams that did have a backup quarterback. If you had to guess, how many would you say the person on the bench, how many teams out of the 9 that had a backup quarterback on their bench, how many of those 9 teams the backup scored more than the starter?
Okay, 9 teams all have backup quarterbacks for week 2. Is that what we're talking about?
Just week 2.
Week 2. Well, I know that Stroud outscored Burrow.
So you got 1.
All right. I know that for you, whatever that backup's name is, I can't remember who you got, but he outscored McDaniels.
So that's just Daniels. Yeah.
Huh? Or Daniels, yeah.
Daniels, yeah.
Yes. So that's 2. Let me say 5 out of 9.
Hey, nice guess. 5 out of 9, and so 2, like 1 tied. Rennie's guy tied, and then another team, it was a difference of 0.2. That was the bench guy had 0.2 less, and then Ed's guy was out. Brock Purdy was out, so that that almost doesn't count. But then Adam's guy Fields got hurt, so although he wasn't really on pace to score more than Murray, but he could have if he wouldn't have got hurt. So man, week 2, you think we got our quarterback, we drafted him. Week 2, we're locking him in. Not everybody thinks that way, but or at least you know enough to pick the guy that you think's going to do the best, and that it just seems like that kind of leads. That's what led me into thinking, man, how'd we do? Overall, did we pick the right quarterback?
Well, 1, probably a little too soon to tell, and 2, man, that quarterback position, even going back the last few years, it just feels like it's so volatile. Like like I remember the thing you were doing for a while where it was like, waiver wire quarterbacks just like going crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know how you want to. How do we want to start with?
Start at the
standings,
bottom.
Or you just want to pick?
Yeah. Let's start at the bottom. Let's go with
that would be Brennan.
Yep, that's Brennan. So Brennan took who?
So Brennan took Prescott at 8 and Penix at round 15. So he kind of waited, and neither of those guys are top 14.
Okay.
So you got the best he's got is Prescott, who is pretty far down there.
Yeah.
I think he had a decent week 1, not so good. So Prescott is currently 22nd quarterback. So I'm thinking
I'll give Brennan a pass because he waited till the 8th round, and I think between Dak and CD, that combo, he's probably going to come back up and be, I don't know what quarterback he was picked at. Like, how many quarterbacks went before him? Do you know that?
Yeah, no, I didn't do all that math, but
yeah. So,
but yeah, he hasn't. It hasn't been.
No. First 2 weeks
hasn't been a win yet.
No. Hasn't
so
been a win.
There's potential.
There's potential there. I wouldn't say that this is a failure. 1, because he waited so long, and so like he got quality guys before that, or you would hope.
And the tricky part is he started Penix week 2, so if he's going to flip flop, he better be right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
Junior
picked Hurts at number 4, and then he picked Stafford. Stafford's no longer on his team at 15. So basically just Hurts.
So round
Hurts
when
with
you say number
in
4,
the
you're
round
saying
4.
round 4.
Yeah, in round 4. Yeah. He picked Hurts in round 4, and Hurts is currently not top 14. So
I'd say that just given what we know so far, that's a miss. Jalen is not living up to the hype, and I think some of it is like they have Saquon. Is that right?
Yeah.
And how's Saquon doing?
They get leads, intent to run the ball, and we all knew this. I picked him in another league because he's, he runs some, he gets the tush push touchdowns. So you think, all right, tush push touchdown, almost won a game. One little bomb to one of those receivers, but it didn't happen. Week 1 was decent. Week 2, not so much. I have a feeling. I think Hurts will end up being okay, but
their
right
number
now,
1 wide receiver is also invisible right now, right?
He is like way down in the standings, in the top receivers. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm more apt to give him, like, it's too soon to tell, but boy, it hasn't worked out yet.
It is, but so far to pick him in the 4th round, you were hoping that he would have came out and had, better standing. So, all right, let's talk about Brian.
So Brian picked Mahomes in the 5th round, Jordan Love in the 13th round. He started Mahomes both games, and that's worked out pretty well. He's in 6th place in the fantasy quarterbacks, fantasy total points. So I got to win. I mean, a lot of us were down on Mahomes. Like, he's more of a game, game manager, not game manager, but he, like last year, he didn't set the world on fire. It's like, they win games.
Well, he's got
doesn't
no
get
weapons.
the greatest. Yeah, and so I stayed away from him in a lot of drafts, that I did, whether it was best ball or our draft, stuff like that. I really didn't even have him on my radar, and I think that was a win for Brian, even though he's 0-2.
Yeah, I have him in my family.
He scored 25 points 2 weeks in a row, so it wasn't his quarterback's fault.
Yeah, I have him in my family league, and I've been pleasantly surprised. So I'll give Brian a win there.
I think that's a win.
Yep. All right. Rennie Kittle, the Jeffersons. Which quarterback are we going to talk about here?
I know. So it's like he picked Williams, Tua, and JJ 13, 14, 15. He currently has 2 of those guys on his team. He started JJ twice. He won't be starting him 3 times.
Yep.
And so, but he does, and McCarthy's not on the top 14, but Caleb Williams is. So
and that's the one, and he has him on his bench.
He still has him left, and he's currently the 9th. Supposedly the 9th best quarterback, which I don't know how that happens, because Chicago's been, like you said, a dumpster fire. Yeah. So I mean, but he scored some points. So
empty yards,
Randy plugs him in.
Empty yards and meaningless touchdowns.
But I did, I can't. I almost have to give him, even though Rennie's team has been horrible and he's 0-2, like, he's not in horrible shape. He's got a top 10 quarterback that he basically is forced to play now, unless he picks somebody else off the waivers. But JJ had a good week 1. Yeah. And then he gets hurt week 2. He wasn't really playing that good up until did he even come out of the game? I don't think he came out of the game. I think he just got hurt and stayed in the game. And
I think he did. Yeah. But, like, I haven't paid as close attention to Rennie's team, but, like, I mean, week 1, it wasn't a quarterback.
It wasn't his quarterback. Yeah, it was, and week 2, it wasn't the quarterback either. It was everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you don't score 60 points and you don't make up that with one quarterback.
Yeah. Well, he got to win. He got to win week 1, but his point total is just so low right now. So, all right, Adam at 1-1, and obviously not where he wants to be. He squeaked out a win week 1. Got beat by Travis. I said it before. That's just a tough draw. He scored almost 100, and but that's not good enough against Travis. We know that. Yeah. So what's Adam's quarterback situation?
So he picked Murray in the 7th round, and then Fields in the 11th. Fields is now possibly hurt. He started Murray both weeks, I believe. Yeah, and Murray is currently at like 20.
He's
or no,
16.
Maybe like 16. So yeah, which we only have 12 teams in our league. So by that you you want to start at least the top 12.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say at this
And what
point
round did he
it
go
hasn't
in?
worked out.
What round?
What's that?
What round?
Was Murray 7th?
Yeah.
So I mean, you wait a while, but he didn't, like, so far. Again, this is only week 2. We understand this is early. We're just doing this for fun.
But you're
But
saying
so far,
he could have not drafted a quarterback and picked up Jaden Daniels, and he'd be doing better than he is, or not
he
Jaden.
could have not
He'd
yet.
be pick up Indy's
Well,
quarterback and be doing better.
yeah, I mean, he could have. Yeah, well, I could go through just real quick, just so context. The top 14: Lamar, Goff, who's not owned, or no, he is owned, but he hasn't been started yet. Herbert, and then Daniel Jones, who's not owned. Allen, Mahomes, Baker, Mayfield, Russell Wilson, who I don't think is on anybody's team. Caleb Williams, who's probably going to start now. May, who I have, New England's guy, who I haven't started yet, which could be forced to start this week. Aaron Rodgers is 11. Remember that guy, Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
He's currently technically startable in our league because he's at 11. Then you got Jaden Daniels for me, which he's kind of banged up. I don't know. Jordan Love at 13 and Trevor Lawrence at 14. So, and only 6 of these guys have been started. You got Lamar, Herbert, Allen, Mahomes, Baker, and Jaden Daniels. 6 of these guys that are in the top 14 have been started both weeks. Nobody else has been started that's in the top 14. So that's for context. Some changes are coming though. Some of those guys are going to get picked up this week. Yeah, if people believe in Russell Wilson and Daniel Jones to continue the trend, or were the 2 weeks a flash in the pan, who knows? Is Rodgers a diamond in the rough for somebody? They think they're in better shape with him. At least picking him up as a backup. Who knows? We'll see. But
how do you feel about your quarterback, Jaden Daniels?
Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
So, man, I'm starting. He has not lived up to round 3. That's where I picked him.
29th overall pick, and he's I
picked him before. I picked him before Andy picked Lamar.
And so you're feeling bad about that.
Lamar. I mean, I don't know. I'm not feeling great. So far, having the 10th best quarterback in round 15, but I hoped I never would have to play him except for a bye week. And now that's looking, no, I don't think I hit the lottery with Jaden Daniels at round 3. Could have picked a running back or a wide receiver there. Still had May. Still probably won as many games this. Probably, I don't know about week 1, but I still would have won week 2 without Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
So, and that's really going into the draft. That was my plan, was to wait, and I was either going to pick May no matter what late, but I was going to probably either Fields or Bo Nix were going to be a late picks, or even a couple other guys. I was going to wait until like round 10, something like that. But then I panicked. Not really panicked. Got starry-eyed with Jaden Daniels' running and throwing ability, and here we are. So yeah, I wouldn't call it a win for me.
All right. Well, Ed got gifted Baker Mayfield, the 7th overall quarterback.
Which, I mean, he's one of those guys that I think all of us in the draft are like, Baker, like, yeah, he's got good weapons, but it's Baker Mayfield. It's like, it's just not the sexiest pick in the world. But there he is at,
but he
number
didn't go
7
super
best quarterback.
Late. 61st overall pick. So
yeah,
what is
so
that? 5th round?
But 6th round is,
or 6th round.
Yeah, that's an investment. There's good running backs and wide receivers there. That's not punting the quarterback position by any means. He picked Brock Purdy in the 9th round, and that's turned out to be. I think he probably thought he'd be able to pick between those two. Well, he didn't think. Brian thought. But he'll probably, now he knows he can stick with Mayfield for a while, and I think that's a what's the right word? Not overperforming, but you pick a 6th round guy and he's the 7th best quarterback.
It's good.
A lot of guys went. I assume more than 6 quarterbacks went before Baker. I guess I don't know that for sure.
It's probably. I would say. I don't know the number. It's probably about even. There probably.
I guess I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 quarterbacks went before him.
Yeah, so he
At
was the
least, yeah.
7th overall quarterback, and what is he now?
And that's
Where he
right
is.
where he's at.
Yeah,
So he's yeah.
yeah.
So hey, good job.
Bo Nix, he is the 18th overall quarterback, and Josh probably took him in he's the
7th round.
73rd. Yeah.
And
So
he's he's not on the list of top 14. Lawrence is, so if he had to switch to Lawrence, which I don't know if he will, he could, but yeah, I don't. I mean, that's kind of one of those. He still has potential. He's a late, 7th round. But if you're gonna wait on quarterback and you're gonna get him in the 6th or 7th round, then you kind of hope they hit.
yeah, but here's the thing with Bo and with Trevor. Okay, so you're looking at Josh's team. Their numbers are actually flip-flopped, like exactly the same. Like, so they both scored big in week 2, and they both scored like Bo scored 10 and Lawrence scored 13 in week 1. So it's like they're really
Okay.
almost identical to each other.
So he's only a few spots below him.
Yeah. And
Nix
only a
is
few
so
points. I mean, yeah, I
okay.
would guess
So
there's a
it's
bunch of guys
negligible.
bumped up, or bunched up
Yeah.
together in that
Yeah.
in that place. But I would say that, there were better quarterbacks to get, or you could have waited longer to get somebody that's
Yeah.
now still, like we said, we've mentioned a bunch of different guys. This is going to be fun. Let's go to this one. I picked CJ Stroud, right? So
You did. You
let's
did.
talk
He's not
about
on the
him.
list.
152nd.
He
I mean, and
yeah.
no, we're not talking about CJ.
Well, we're not. We wouldn't be talking. We'd be talking bad about him if he was picked higher, and you had been starting him because he's not
Uh,
been setting the world on fire. But then you also invested a 4th round pick in a guy that isn't going to play for a while, if again this season. So yeah, I'd say
yeah,
no matter what, it's
and
it's a
and yeah, and
it's
and
a
the
no for
game
you for whether you
and
pick the right guy at the right round.
and the game log on him is terrible. I mean, 10 points, and obviously got hurt this week. 9 points. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
ugh,
Wrong guy, wrong round for sure for you. And you could say injury, obviously that is a big factor, but it didn't light the world up on week 1,
he
you know.
wasn't lighting the world up. I mean, he did. Okay. He had one good possession before he got hurt, where he marched the team down for a touchdown.
And
I,
mm,
I think if he was healthy and the pocket was clean, I think that he probably would maybe not have last year's results. But I wasn't expecting him to have last year's results. Those are MVP caliber numbers. I just wanted
yeah.
him to have. I thought, oh, they're going to have to score a lot to win, and so they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. But yeah, that stinks.
Yeah.
I'll,
Yep.
I'm hoping that CJ's not my long-term solution because he really hasn't done much. I'm hoping that one of these guys off the waiver wire
Yeah.
that I go for might be
Yeah.
at least and this is the truth. Like, I think that I have a pretty decent team, and that when some of these guys come off of suspension, that it'll be even better. I'm gonna just have to like tread water at quarterback but
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
We and you could be in worse places to tread because there's always somebody available.
Yeah.
you know.
So,
So where we
uh,
at?
oh, what just happened?
You? Who's in front of you?
Uh, should be Lee.
Lee, Herbert, win, 9th round, the 3rd best quarterback. No
Yeah.
question about that.
Yeah.
A good,
And,
great
and
pick.
and he was available when almost everybody drafted their quarterback.
Oh yeah. Oh, anybody could have him at any point. Wait till the 9th round. He's the 3rd best quarterback so far, and it looks like it's going to continue. He's throwing passes to 3rd wide receivers for touchdowns. He's running, scrambling. He's looking good.
Yeah.
That's a win.
That's a win for Lee, and I mean, it's contributing to quarterback consistency is contributing to Lee being 2-0 right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because he picked a lot of other guys to fill out his other spots and still has the 3rd best quarterback.
And then I'll say this because we're on June. We're on Junior, right? Or I mean
No, he's
Andy.
way down.
We're on
Andy.
Andy. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
We're on Andy. That I don't care when you draft somebody, if they're number one at their position, you're
Yeah.
winning.
Yeah. You're doing fine. He got him in the third round. You know, a couple
I
guys
mean,
were picked before him.
I'll say this: if you draft a quarterback in the third round, he better be top 3 in his position, right? But he
Yeah.
is, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Because he
So
could have
it's a win for Andy.
he could have taken him in the first round, and I'd be like, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so far, yeah, win for Andy for sure.
And then Josh Allen, he's 5th overall with a 42-point game and an 11-point game. I'm still going to
Yeah.
call this a win for Travis because I think
A
that
little unorthodox, of how he's at the 5th spot. He'll rise. He'll get up to
yes.
top 3 and stay there for sure. Yeah, that's a win for sure. He picked early and he's done well. So
well, Dave,
yeah,
I saw this thing. Well, let's just wrap this section up. If you love your quarterback, it's great.
yeah,
If you hate your quarterback, there's more quarterbacks out on the waiver wire.
yeah.
They're doing better than your quarterback. So we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Will somebody pick up Browning?
I I would say yes. I'm only trying to pick up. I have an open spot, and I'm only trying to pick
Yeah.
up one quarterback. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Will somebody pick him up and start him?
And it's just going to be an interesting thing because he's got
I
all the
know.
weapons.
Yeah. I mean, you could look at matchups, and there's going to be weeks where he's going to look like he's, we'll see how he plays Sunday.
I would say he would be even more attractive to pick up and start for somebody, especially like, if it wasn't, a JJ situation where he's hurt or Burrow hurt, or, if Daniels doesn't end up playing, like all these guys, if he didn't have great options, he would be so much more attractive to start and play if it weren't for the fact that there's like 2 or 3 other guys that are on the waiver wire as well that are all like scoring almost 30 a game.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Daniel Jones, who 2 weeks in a row has put up big numbers, or if it wasn't for
and Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
yeah, no,
so I do
think
I think that there's no way if he's going to play October, November, December that somebody's not going to pick him up and play him. If not this week, eventually. But I would say that he will be taken this week. Somebody's going to take him, even if it's just to have on their bench.
Yeah.
So,
we are 45 minutes into this, aren't we?
we're chugging right along. So this is rapid fire. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to answer it, and we'll go in reverse order. So there's this thing that's been trending on social media a little bit. And it's like you put it in your thing, and then like everybody drops comments, okay? And it's like, everyone who knows me knows I love, all right? And so then people just like answer, okay?
Yeah.
So you're going to do it for this person, all right? So
okay.
I'm just going to ask you, and you're going to give me the
football
first
related or not football related. It doesn't matter.
Whatever you know about this person. It's the first thing that comes to your mind, Dave.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh man.
Travis. Everybody who knows Travis loves
flexibility.
Okay, I see what you did there. All right. Andy. Everybody who knows Andy knows Andy loves
hiking.
Okay. I would have went with frying chicken, but I mean it is what it is. Okay. Lee. Everyone who knows Lee loves
lobster.
Yogurt. But okay, whatever.
Yogurt.
Everyone who knows Kevin knows he loves
cracking over beers.
I can't argue with you. All right. Everyone who knows Ratty knows he loves
honesty.
Honesty. All right.
He's a good guy.
He loves being nice.
I don't,
That dude
man,
loves
I
being nice.
panicked on that one.
Everyone who knows Ed knows Ed loves
Sheep.
sheep.
Wait, no, that's Hillbilly.
Oh.
Ed loves the Patriots.
Oh, he does. Yep. Ed loves him some New England. Everything New England. Hey, everyone who knows Dave loves Cincinnati.
There you go. I can't argue with that. Like, I don't want
Yeah.
to say it my own.
Yeah. All right. Everyone who knows Adam loves
Winning.
spreadsheets. But okay, same thing.
Spread.
All right. Everyone who knows Rennie loves.
Money.
Okay, you're not wrong. All right. Everyone who knows Brian loves
Football.
coaching. Okay, same thing.
Coaching.
Yeah. Everyone who knows Junior loves. Can you say it?
I don't think I'm not like boop. We'll go. I'm gonna say I'll be good to Junior. I'll say laughter.
Oh.
He's about the biggest jokester in the whole league.
All right.
I will not say sweaty man. That's not what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Wait, I did it.
Yes. All right. All right. Brennan. Everybody who knows Brennan loves
Technology.
technology. Okay. I was gonna say his wife,
I
but
don't.
it's whatever.
I don't even know what he does, so I don't even know what he's done,
I
how
don't
he's
think he
got
has
to
to
where
do
he is.
anything
I have
anymore.
no idea.
I don't think he
The only
has
thing
to
I
do
know is
anything.
he had a Bitcoin and he bought a pizza with it or something.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We got to go real quick through this. Okay.
Do we have our picks lined up?
Yeah, we got our picks, and so
Okay.
I gotta have them like up in front of me because I don't even know if we submitted. We just so everybody knows, we've already picked these. Dave and I picked
Yeah,
them
I
in advance.
sent mine to him. He sent his to me.
Yep.
We know each other's. We can't change them.
We're not changing them. All right. So in the matchup, 1-1 versus 0-2. Oh wait, it went to the wrong one. Let me start over. All right. In the matchup of 1-1 versus 1-1, we got Ratty versus Rennie, and we both picked Josh because we think Rennie's team is a train wreck. We don't know who he's going to start at quarterback, and Josh is really solid running back in those 5 spots. 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers. We feel like he's going to do well. Is that why?
I might have picked 5 monkeys randomly typing on a typewriter, filling out a lineup versus Rennie's team.
Okay.
And had a pretty good shot.
We got no faith in Rennie, and we're sorry about that, Rennie. All right. Next up, we've got the 2-0 flex now versus the 2-0 show me your TDs. This is Travis versus man. Lee for all the marbles. All right.
Yeah, somebody's going to be 3-0 sitting pretty.
Travis having to play undefeated teams 2 weeks in a row. No, he earns it. All right. Whatever. If he gets it this week, Dave, I'm going ahead and calling it. You're going to have to name him.
Oh man.
All right.
Okay.
So
we'll see how he wins.
Okay.
So who did we go with? I pick?
So you're an idiot and you picked Lee.
I did pick Lee, didn't I?
Okay.
I have a gut feeling about Justin Herbert.
Until proven otherwise, am not picking against Travis.
Okay, that's probably smart.
All right. So Josh Allen, big bounce back. Herbert's playing Denver, Dave. You got to look at these matchups.
Denver has not. They had a good week 1.
Shut up, Dave.
You have their defense.
Nobody's talking to you.
You have their defense. How'd they do for you?
I benched them.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think the Denver juggernaut defense is is all it's cracked up to be.
Nobody's talking to you, Dave. All right. 1-1,
Lee.
Dave Miller versus the 0-2 Heim Time Industries. And so you picked yourself, and
I
picked,
did.
and I picked Brian because the
Yeah.
bad beats can only go on for so long.
Yeah, I wrote in the write-up for this week, I don't like playing 0-2 or team, not necessarily 0-2, but any team that's lost 2 in a row. I don't like playing. But I'm gonna buck tradition and go with myself.
Yep. Mahomes, Henry, Scary Terry, McLaurin. I think that Brian's going to get it done. So,
Okay.
all right. We've got, I mean, we've got Brennan versus trying to stay sober. So,
Is that a thing?
I think Brennan's on a little sobriety kick.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's trying to have a kid. He's trying to have a kid, and
does he realize he's not the one that's going to be pregnant?
Nah, but they're doing fertility.
Or maybe
stuff.
I don't know how are liberals doing it now? Are they swapping?
Brennan's going to.
Are the guys getting pregnant now?
Yeah.
Okay, so he can't drink. Okay, I got it.
Yes. All right.
So who did I pick?
So Miller, you picked Brennan.
I did.
And I picked Junior. But the truth is, this is 2 0-2 teams. We both should have just picked like none of the above.
It's like a tie. Yeah.
Like in Brewster's Millions. Shout out Rennie, Brewster's Millions. If you're gonna vote today, vote none of the above. All right, that's what I think about this matchup. But we picked opposites, so there it is. All right, Andy 2-0, taking his 2-0 streak on up against Ed, who has been really good, and so it is Lamar versus Baker. 2 really good quarterback matchups, and
this is a tough one. Some good running backs. I mean, how good has Jonathan Taylor been?
Yeah,
we all could have had him in round 1.
Yeah, 102 versus 108. I mean, it is.
It's on, man.
Yeah. So and so for the picks, Miller, you picked Ed, and I picked Andy.
Okay. Yeah, I was liking Jonathan Taylor. I think he's on fire, man. So that's why I went with Ed.
All right. So the last one is 1-1 Adam versus 1-1 Smitty. You already know who I picked because I'm always going to pick myself. And then you,
fair enough.
You picked Adam because somehow you guys got a bromance going on and I didn't know about it.
No, I just don't. I have more faith that he'll write. I mean, hasn't broke 90 yet. He's due to break 90, and I don't know what's going to happen with you at the quarterback position. And I feel like this sets up Chase Brown to get the ball a lot, either dump offs or running. Vikings have a porous run defense. Brown, he could put up like 20 against you here, and you could be hurting.
All right, well,
that's what I think.
We'll see. I think if I'm correct here, let me pull it back up. We only
all pick different except for Ratty?
All different except for Ratty.
Okay.
So in Ratty,
chicken dinner on the line here, Kevin.
Yeah.
A chicken dinner is on the line.
And here's the thing. That's like the kiss of death for Rademacher. You and I both picked him. There's no way in.
That is probably.
There's no way he's winning. So, well, we've kept you all for almost an hour. We love you.
Yeah.
This has been a great
Talked
start
a lot
of
of
the
quarterbacks.
season.
So next week probably no quarterback talk, at least less quarterback talk, hopefully.
Yeah. And
we have a couple other segments that we punted, so more to come. We've made room for quarterback talk this week.
And just a quick, because you like it so much, we've got a perfect bell curve kind of thing going on with the standings.
It is very pretty.
Yeah. All right. So we got Travis, Andy, Lee, all at 2-0. All got their very different ways. Point totals very different. All right. Then we've got me, Ratty, Ed, you, Adam, Rennie, all at 1-1, and there is a spectrum there from let's see here, from 212 points for me all the way down to 160 points for Rennie. That gap's big already. You know what I mean? Just as far as like trying to game for what Rennie did last week, trying to make up, you know what I mean? So that's not a good place that you want to be. You don't want to be in ninth place where he is, and then also almost a whole like game back of like where everybody is after only 2 weeks. But wins can shoot him up for sure. And then at 0-2, we've got Brian, Junior, and Brennan. And truth is, for like all three of these guys,
is it now or never time?
No, I'm just gonna say that like they have experience being down there. Like this isn't their first rodeo.
Ouch.
You know what I mean?
Oh man. Well, I have experience down there too, and I don't want to join them.
Yeah. I mean, like when they show up, they get a. They don't have to show an ID. They don't have to like. Just that dude's just like.
Oh, we got the bottom of the fantasy. Oh, I know you. Yeah, you're in. No ID needed.
Come on. Yep. Come on in, Junior. Yep.
Because I saw this on the, I still have it at the top, like the breakdown of how money divided. Do we, as like a preface or as a something to look forward to? What week are we earmarking the built-in side bet? Do you have something in mind?
We've talked. You and I'll have to get together offline and kind of plan it out. Thanksgiving week is a fun week to do it because there's always so many like games and stuff like that going on. But we need to get it to guys in advance so that whatever they have to do, they can do well before the holiday. So,
okay, fair enough. So we got some time to plan that one. But yeah, remember we already have $65 built in to the pool, and we'll come up with a way. Either all 65 to one person, maybe top three play, however we do the game.
Yep.
More to be decided. So
and we'll try to make it simple, fair, fun, trackable. And it'll be a good way. We've done a bunch of different kind of side bet games, but so something fun coming your way.
You never know. We might throw in one before that you have to pay for.
Yeah,
an optional one.
could always come. I'm in Rennie's FanDuel one, and like I said, those hotels don't build themselves.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, hey, you all have a great week and stay safe. We'll see you on here next week, and good luck to everyone except for Adam. So
except for okay, fair enough.
All right. I'll see you.
Bye, everybody.